Hello Virgo. In this video, I will be summarizing two important aspects that happened in March 2023 and are ongoing, and at the end I will summarize your August horoscope. Earlier in March, Saturn left Aquarius and moved into Pisces, while Pluto left Capricorn and moved into Aquarius. Let us first quickly discuss Saturn's tour of Aquarius in the last 2.5 years and how it affected you, because it is tied to Pluto replacing Saturn in Aquarius for the next 20 years. Saturn is the planet of restrictions, constrictions, learning, and structure. It rewards patience, learning, and determination with success. Saturn asks the question, is this what you really want? Are you able to, and how can you handle the worst of a situation? Are you happy with the way you have been operating in that part of your life, thus far? Then it offers you a learning solution to either end the situation altogether or to approach it in a different, more structured manner that will benefit you more. Aquarius is dynamic, quirky, group thinking, innovative, and futuristic. It is associated with technology, electricity, lightning, surprising events, activism, and sudden revelations, as in those aha moments. Aquarius occupies your sixth house of health and how it affects your daily routines, work habits, rituals, and service to others. A house which you rule, by the way. You value a healthy nutritional lifestyle, and everyone knows they can rely on you to take care of things. After all, you were the god's most beloved assistant. You are ruled by the higher octave of communicative Mercury. You are a master of the spoken and written word. Where a Gemini can talk fast, you can talk fast well. Analytical by nature, you tend to hone in on a problem and determine an effective solution, sometimes coming off as a little too detail-oriented and judgmental. You do know your super-organizational power, but like a true Virgo, you tend to shy away from the limelight and not complain about work overload. So, you are a dream-come-true executive assistant for CEOs or for people with extremely busy and chaotic lives. Whereas, the last 2.5 years, Saturn in Aquarius quickly ramped up your sixth house of service to others and/or surprised you with a health or schedule conflict. Not because Saturn wanted your health to fail, but to make you slow down and balance things out. Saturn's question was, are you doing too much or too little for others? Are you being helpful or becoming their handicap? And how is that affecting your mind and body? It asked you, what would you like to change? Hopefully you realized Saturn in Aquarius also gave you Aquarian tools, the internet, electricity, AI, technology, friends, or group associations, to surmount those scheduling and health conflicts. If you rose to the challenge, then you were rewarded with innovative means to structure your routine into 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of work, and 8 hours of fun/relaxation. In turn, you saw the reward of a healthier, wealthier, and wiser you. Keep this 2-year experience in mind as we will visit Pluto's turn into Aquarius for the next 20 years later. On to Saturn leaving Aquarius and entering Pisces in March 2023. Pisces is your 7th house of partnerships, marriage, business partners, contracts, and open enemies. You may have seen some kind of restriction, obstacle, or talk of commitment with him or her. This story will unfold in the next 2.5 years by either rewarding you with more solid partnerships or help you leave unhealthy ones. I think it will be an exciting result and reward because the timing is correlated to Neptune leaving your 7th house by early 2026, which it entered back on Valentine's Day, February 2011. Since 2011, most of you have either been extremely disappointed, jaded and confused, or been swept away from reality with partnerships. Pisces rules dreamy worlds and the elusive, but that will be a different dedicated video coming soon. As promised, let us go back to take no prisoners, Pluto, leaving serious and methodical Capricorn and entering the electrical genius of the zodiac, Aquarius. This also happened in March 2023 and will be with us for the next 20 years. Pluto's transit is usually 14 years, but Pluto will take extra time because it will retrograde back into Capricorn for some unfinished business. So, it would be wise to quickly revisit your Pluto in Capricorn experience to see where you may anticipate any unfinished business. Pluto is associated with power, powerful people, fear, control, restructuring, and an allegorical death and rebirth. Capricorn is a slow, methodical social climber. It is the sign of government and of law and order. It is about tradition, old money, and prestige. Capricorn is your fifth house of love, romance, children, creativity, pets, and gambling. Think back to 2009, 2010, and 2011 when Pluto made a weighty presence in your fifth house, either by giving you power over those areas and the consequences you would face for wielding that power rightly or wrongly, or you faced power plays with children, or you had romantic partners that had an age gap. Some of you were also involved in a scandalous affair. Then think about the fear that was involved with either side of that power. The result was maybe you became the cool mom or dad and the expert go-to person for the next generation. Or you may have gotten a pet and is now more than family for you. Whatever your Pluto in Capricorn journey was, it has transformed you from being fearful and feeling powerless into an equal, if not a more serious power broker. Someone who is trusted in teaching about the dynamics of the fifth house. Basically, Pluto set up those situations and forced you to fearlessly face your limitations and grow your confidence. Remembering that may help you anticipate the purpose of Pluto's retrograde into Capricorn for any unfinished business, closure, or tie up any loose ends. Now, going back to Pluto entering Aquarius for the next 20 years and what to expect. If you remember my earlier summary of Saturn's last 2.5 years of Aquarius and your sixth house of health and service, take that and liken it to a movie trailer of the full movie, with you as the lead star, of the next 20 years of Pluto's transit of Aquarius. Wait, before you virtually reach out and slap me, fear not. It's not going to be 20 years of misery, restrictions, and constant frustrations occupying your daily life. No, you will have a normal life with other planets playing their part and Pluto playing its part in your sixth house. In my opinion, if it's going to be 20 years, then the sixth house is actually the easiest to have Pluto go through. But don't misunderstand me. Pluto is no joke, and Pluto does not have Saturn's patience to allow you to remove obstacles voluntarily. Pluto demands change, shows you how to change, and if you don't change, it is an or else with Pluto. Full stop. And since Pluto is traveling in Aquarius, it will be a jolt of or else. I just want you to seriously heed and not fear that or else in your sixth house of health and service. Pluto wants to empower you to be fearless in saying the two-letter word you dread the most to say to people or situations that put your body and mind at risk. The two-letter I'm referring to is no, no. This includes people, situations, or maybe even your pets that depend on you the most. A perfect example is when flight attendants explain in an emergency, parents must take the oxygen mask first before helping a child with theirs. This is the lesson Pluto will either empower you with if you are willing, or will forcibly and shockingly, because it is Aquarius, remove the allegorical child from you so that you fundamentally change. Another way it may play out will be you as the observer or somehow involved to someone very close to you that goes through a health, service, and scheduling problem. However it plays out, it will be a shocking event and it will produce a profound change in you on a deep personal level. It may play in different ways, but you have the last 2.5 years of Saturn in Pluto to call on, and perhaps the sudden issue which may have played out this past March through May. I hope I have relayed the urgency and given you calm on this matter. If, however, you feel more concerned or anxious, fear not, I plan to upload a dedicated Pluto video soon. Finally, we can summarize your August horoscope. The Sun and Venus are in Leo, your 12th house of behind the scenes, spirituality, confinement, dreams, and the past. You may be working on something behind the scenes, talking to God or the universe more, dreaming vividly, or just enjoying your solitude. Look to the new moon in Leo mid-August for an epiphany in one or combination in those areas. Venus is retrograde in Leo, so any problems or confusion in your 12th house will flow much easier and/or a reversal when Venus turns direct in October. Mars and Mercury are in your sign, and if you have Leo factors in your natal chart, you most likely are fervently working on something behind the scenes, maybe involving family. Whatever it is about something important to you, either spiritually, the past, or regarding a launch. Mercury is retrograde as I upload your video, so expect redos, rescripts, or communicating 2 more times before the fog clears up by end of September when Mercury goes direct. You have a full super blue moon in Pisces at the end of August. An ending, culmination or fruition of your efforts in your partnership house. This house also covers business partners. Just skip decisions at the time of the full moon since Mercury, your ruler, is retrograde, and an emotional mumbo-jumbo will not serve anyone here. The North and South nodes are in Aries and Libra respectively. It is all about money, and a lot of it is yours, his/hers, an inheritance, dividends, or loan/credit. Aries is your 8th house of joint finances and inheritance. Libra is your 2nd house of income and value. The discussion is centered around a strategy to acquire or to grow it. It can be about pooling, saving, or growing your finances, maybe through a big or important purchase, investment, a business or startup, or deciding on a portion of the amount for retirement or a rainy day. Ceres, the mother who made powerful Pluto capitulate to compromise, is in Libra too. Mars, the god of war and decisive action, is coming hot into Libra towards the end of August. Whatever the discussions regarding your income and value are, Mars will put the heat on to act. If there is disagreement, Ceres will negotiate a compromise tentatively by mid-September. Libra rules fairness in relationships, so the talk about money will center on fairness. Aries and Libra are in the nodes until 2025, the dividends will pay out generously then. This is a theme from about 18 or 19 years ago when Aries and Libra were in the same position. Fate has set up Kismet from back then for you. Just a side note regarding Venus retrograde in Leo, Venus sometimes brings people back from the past, and since Venus is in your house of the past and secrets and Libra rules relationships, and you have Aries occupying romance, creativity, and children, Venus bringing in a past lover or the talk of money may be with your son. Venus rules mother-son relationships, or about a younger generation. This all may resonate with some of you. Just remember, when Venus goes direct, those people or situations go poof once more, or the situation changes, but for the better. Anyway, this also depends on your personal charts and experiences too. Virgo, I hope you were entertained and found this video informative. If you did, please give it a like so I can grow this new channel. You are also invited to subscribe for more content coming soon. Stay safe, healthy, and ageless like you're famous for. Ciao.